The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
Get ready, so get set, so hang on, so buckle up, so sit tight, so strap yourself in, so brace yourself, so keep your eyes open, so fasten your seatbelt, so stick around, so hang on, so get ready. You just have to be ready. Brace yourself. What you're about to see will open your eyes. The surprises never stop. So you better hang on. So get ready. So fasten your seatbelt. So hold on tight. So hang on. So get ready to get ready. And get ready to get real.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the Fair Use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary.
I say, moo.
I switched all the labels in my wife's spice rack. I'm not in trouble yet, but the time is cumin.
Satellite tracking continues.
Wow. Wow. Hey, everybody. It's Friday night. Whoop, whoop. Or honk, honk, however you want to say it. We're on the correct side of the grass. Congratulate yourselves. We did it again. We stayed alive. So that's a wonderful thing. And God bless you all. So happy that you're all here again tonight. And we can have another wonderful gathering. I worked right up into the last minute of this show trying to put together a little video, so we'll see if you all want to watch it. And yeah, and so that's it. So let me find the right buttons here. Let's see.
Clickety click.
Hey everybody, good to be seen by you all. Forgot to do my hair and yeah, I got a little thing there. Yeah, little thing there. Whatever. Yeah, it's cool. We'll go with this. And welcome, everyone. Glad to be seen by you all. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I put together a little video. Those things take forever. That's why I don't do as many. I used to really overwork myself on this show, and I do a new video every week. And now with working, it's kind of hard to get the time to do that. You gotta wipe off these goggles. So I spent several hours over the last couple of days getting this video done. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And what else? A lot going on. I saw that there was brouhaha in the party bus community. And look, I've been doing this for many years. And the one thing I've realized is, man, this is going to bug me. I got to get a brush. The one thing that I've realized is that it's real easy to upset people on YouTube. And so what I have done since I have gone through this for several years now, found that communities come and go, and I'll just remain and stay in my lane and just continue to do the show that I like, that I feel puts the information out there and is the truth. And of course, for me, I understand the way, the truth, and life is through Jesus Christ. And so this show, it mostly solidifies that by all the different discussions that I talk about. And so that's why the thumbnail is, because I have had people call me all kinds of names from the topics that I talk about, whether it's the Mandela effect or the little season or just like life in general. There's some people, I don't know if they watch me, but some people that do watch me, actually, I take that back, that still, think that space is what they tell us it is. And so you can get in trouble talking about any subject. It's real easy to do. But what I like to do on this channel is continue to just present the things that I see, and you take that information and do what you want. That old saying, eat the meat and spit out the bones. So if something I says resonates with you, wonderful. And if it doesn't, research it. And if you don't come to the same conclusion as me, well, that's just, that's life. We all, just because we're all here together doesn't mean we have to agree on everything. This is a gathering of many people and many different ideas. But my show is to try to streamline that and get you all on the right path. So where's my guy? I got somebody here for that. No, I don't. Maybe. No, everyone's left me. No, here he is.
That's very true.
So, all right. Let's see. So what can we do? And I thought what I'd like to do is, besides, I've got my tabs, of course. I've got that video that I made. And then I have this really old Bible. And I set up a second camera. And the reason that it prompted me to do this is, this thing's so heavy, is it's from the 1800s. And there are changes in it that I can prove. And that's a rare thing because it's all in the same book. And so I thought for those people that are still questioning this effect, you can call it whatever you want, quantum effect or whatever. This book, this particular Bible from the 1800s, will prove it to you. So you have that to look forward to. And the reason they call it Mandela, I think, is another red herring, straw man kind of thing, is to make people think about Nelson Mandela and then argue whether he died in prison or not, when it's not about that. All of the Mandela effects, whatever they are, if they're in music or if they're in movies or TV or books, every one of them, they all just go along with the fact that the times that we're in. And I believe that the changes that I'm seeing in scripture just solidify that. And it's not that the word of God is changing. It's these pages are changing. And if you think that Satan doesn't have that power to do it, I don't know what to tell you, because he's supposed to go out and deceive the world. And I'm sure he doesn't just do that with movies and books. I can show you, I'm sure if you've seen it on other channels, but I can show you there's buildings where you can actually see that there's been, in Roman numerals, 1,000 years added to it and stuff, things that we can't explain. And so that's what that's all about. So I'm not here to beat people over the head with it. I just want to present the evidence for people that are still questioning it, to give them somewhere to look. So that's it. That's how we're doing. And okay, where are we at here? So welcome, everyone. We have rooms already filling in. We got 90 people here. Hi, Connor. Hong Kong. It took some heat. What else do we have here? We have Billy and changes, right? Thank you, Trish. Make sure you hit the like. And it's very true. It's very true. So, and he has a PhD in cartoons. It's amazing. I didn't even know they gave those out, but yes. And thank you, David. God bless you too. So, and where are we at here? Okay. Oh, we got some, I haven't seen, who's this? Catherine. And she's kayaking. Sweet. Good evening, meow. Thank you for that. It's nice to see you here. And let's see. Forgot everybody that just kind of rolled in. I saw the Rev is here and Rocky Shepherd is here. And all right. So from this point on, I'd say you're anybody showing up to be tardy.
I don't feel tardy.
As long as you don't feel tardy, it's okay. So what do I have in here? Do I have anything for? No, it's just gonna be what it is. Okay. Let's see. Why don't we start off with, and we clear some of these tabs, and we'll go from there. Let's see. I think I need to start here. Yeah, right there. And a lot of scary space news tonight, so that'll be full too. So I think we should do really well here. You see all the tabs. I'm king of tabs. All right, let's see. I don't know why this is in the group of tabs, other than I applaud this gentleman. I feel this was a perfect use of his extra time. I'm hoping it's extra time, but I don't. It's a perfect video. Oh wait, we can't do the music. Look at that. Executed perfectly. Well, except for the landing. He kind of didn't stick the landing. Well, there he goes. No, he did stick the landing. And the slow-mo too really goes along with it. So kudos to this gentleman, whoever he is. Hats off to you. Right, Cage Fighter? That's awesome. I thought it was awesome. I wish you could hear the music. It's that song by you know that song anyways. But yeah, so that's it. See if you can hear a piece of it. You know that song anyways. Okay, enough of that silly stuff. Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to beat up on David Lee Roth. I cannot get enough of this. He's on tour. I think the tickets on some of the smaller venues start at like $80, but they go, I looked at them, they go anywhere from $150 $50 to like $300 or something. And I don't know what's happening. I really don't. I was into Van Halen. You can argue, was it better with Sammy or with David? But there's a point when people just, I know they're out for money, or maybe they've sold their soul and they have to, like, pay back the mob or somebody. But what is going on with this guy? Can you imagine paying that kind of money? And this is what you see. I swear he's doing spells on the audience, right? He's got to be. Am I really annoyed with old rockers? I guess I didn't realize it. They just keep showing up in my feed. So, but yeah, no refunds. And of course, a lot of this, I think, is probably our spells, like that mock is a thing. I mean, why is he doing? And what is this? Is he doing head, shoulders, knees, and toes with? Anyone? Yeah, what moves? He's really got the moves down, doesn't he? He looks like Evel Knievel. Well, it kind of goes along with the first video, I guess, with the little car, right? With the little bike. He's got to be talking to somebody. Could it be Satan? Okay. All right. People have paid money for that. Yes. He's doing the Bengay bounce. That's great, Con. Crazy John. That's hilarious. It is very cringy, Connor. I don't know. So I don't know if I'm going to continue on the whole David Lee Roth kick unless he continues to put out amazing videos. Then I'll have to. What's that? Shake it all about, says Corinth. Ken, what is that? Ken Raz. Yes. Yeah, humiliation ritual, most likely. I would agree. So, and I don't want to know Ubakan who helped him put on those pants. I definitely, Satan on the main line. Okay, I can't keep reading the chat. You're all too funny. So there you go. And then this one blew me away. I keep finding these things where it says my whole life has been a lie. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I didn't. Well, my wife and I didn't know this. But did you know inside your transistor battery that goes in the smoke alarms, it's actually 6 little batteries inside the battery? So it's a lie. Did you know that? I didn't know that. So that's that. Get some more coffee in here. All right. So am I the only one with that? Maybe not. But that was pretty shocking to me. And what else? And just had to throw this out there that the CAM, the Combat Anti-Semitism movement, has now launched a new reported app. So if you have this app and you see something, you can document it in real time and send it off to, I don't know who, David Lee Roth. I don't know. I'm not sure why this is there, but it's happening to a theater near you. And this one was really, it's just more of a thing that make you think, kind of thing that, in the middle of the night, you wake up and you go, who picks up the guide dog's poop? Huh? Who? I'm curious. Is it does my chat know? I have no idea. So is that the same app that tells you not to go to work in New York City in September? Specifically a specific year? Possibly. It could be. Okay. What's next? Let's see what we got going here. And I thought this was interesting, even though, I feel that all these people are working together against us. This RFK Jr. guy, he keeps throwing stuff out there, things that I really couldn't even talk about on this channel. But according to RFK Jr., he said that nicotine does not cause the C word. There's no evidence of it. And what's interesting is I've discussed similar things on this show. However, I have to make sure that you understand. Where's my banner? I'm not a professional. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not. I don't give out medical advice or legal advice or anything like that whatsoever. What I do say is, if you go back to the old days, like Native Americans smoking out of peace pipes and stuff, they didn't get that C thing. And in fact, they would also smoke mullein afterwards. And that has been told to cleanse lungs. So it didn't actually start appearing until it was industrialized and put into the prepackaged cigarettes with the the whitewashed papers and the filters and all that stuff. And that's when you start seeing the appearance, when like the main company's government, whatever you want to call it, gets involved in it. So I found it interesting that they allowed him to say this. And so just saying, and I'm not encouraging people to smoke. What I'm saying is if you are, try to do it as natural as you can. And get tobacco, hopefully that's not completely full of GMO and sprays and whatever, and then roll your own and put it in those brown ones, so that way you don't have all that chemical there too, like those natural raw ones or something. Because at the end of the day, it's the less poisons you put in your system, the better off you're going to be. And that's true with food and water and the things we put on our skin. That's why I highly encourage. Where is it? I've got to. Dang, it was a great segue. Sorry about the sniffles. I've had allergies all night. I didn't want to take a Benadryl because they always knock me out, and then I wouldn't be good for anyone tonight. But here we go. Including natural soap. So if you're going to use, do your best to get natural soaps, like possibly from this wonderful soap store that my wife runs. And just so you know, there have been some large orders that have come through, and thank you so much. God bless you all. And she's working diligently on them. And the shipping department, which is me, hopes to have them all out by Monday. So you should be getting it next week sometime if you've already ordered your soaps. So, and thank you very much. So, all right. It's the way to support the show. And you don't have to do that. You can always just like, share, and subscribe. That costs you nothing. And if you feel so inclined, there's links you can find, Cash Apps and PayPals and stuff. So, okay. And that's other ways that you can help support this. I don't want to call it a ministry, but you all call it a ministry. It's kind of funny. So you already shilled the soap, Trish? Yeah, I bet you have. So, okay. And Andy plays some games. Let's get back over here. I'm getting rid of that. It gets distracting. Where is he? Here he is. And I think a few others just snuck in too. And for all of you that just got here, you're tardy.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
Okay. What's next? Yeah, pipes are good. If you're going to do that, specifically corncob pipe and a button nose. Yeah, I have actually a few different ones. Oops, I forgot I have that Bible here. Got this one. So, and mullein works great in those. For me, I'm experimenting on myself. Follow your doctor's advice. Don't listen to me, but that's the way I see it. Okay. Let's see. Let's get back into here. Where are we at? Boots are made for honking. Okay. You weren't tardy. You had your ears on. All right. Well, that's a cool car, though. Is that your car? That's pretty sweet, Brian. I like it. Yeah, I do too. I enjoy that. I have my smart pipe. Where's that one? I have this one. That was given to me. I lost my smart pipe. I've lost my fiance. Where'd it go? Here it is. It's in its own little case. How stupid is that? Where is it? Yeah, look at that. Anyways, people watch this for what reason? I don't even know myself. Okay. What are you doing, Mad Pax? God bless you. You're fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. You've been very wonderful to my wife and I really appreciate you. Okay. Where are we at here? Oh, you like it? Thanks, Billy. Yeah. Okay. What's next? Where are we at? Let's see. We were in a screen share, and then we got off track. We got lost in the sauce with the late people, but we'll get there. That's the first drop I ever made. So I think I'll keep that one just because of that reason. Okay, so enough of that. And this really irritates me. Whatever the real story is behind the whole Bruce Willis thing, because I know, they exit the main stage and, most likely a lot of it's all nonsense and made up and stuff. But let's just for a moment say that this is really happening. What a horrible thing for the family to have this picture posted saying that they took him to a home. I mean, did I really need to see a sad Bruce Willis? Well, now you do. But did I really need to see that? No, none of us did. So, but yeah, he was one of my favorite handlers, of course. Die Hard is still the best Christmas movie, hands down. So there's that. And then this one just came across my desk, and I have questions. You have questions? That's very interesting, don't you think? Yes, I'll try not to sniff. I also don't want to blow my nose on camera, though. That's really irritating, too. And I lost my Kleenex. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, people. Where to go? What are we going to do? I don't know. Figure this out. It's not there. Oh, and the banners. I got the banners, and I'm gonna sign them. Got to figure out what to say and how to sign them. I've never really signed anything, but I'll get those out too next week along with the soap. So thank you for that, for being patient on that. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. So, and they're all part of the same family, same group. I mean, I don't know if you all saw this. I showed it a long time ago.
Related to Angelina Jolie. You're also cousins with Madonna. That's true. So, and I'm related to Madonna and Halle Berry.
Related, in fact, to Abraham Lincoln. Your family is that true?
Nancy Hanks was Abraham Lincoln's mother. So, yeah.
Barack Obama and Sarah Palin are cousins, back to one Mr. Smith of the 1600s.
Mr. Smith, of course. All right, come on, people. Well, we'll find something here. I'll use that. Okay.
Like related, for real?
Yes.
What's the connect?
We're second or third cousins. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You are related to Fred Rogers.
Of course he is.
Impossible. No, you're pulling our leg.
All right.
Let's look at this.
How far away is it?
Wait, look at it.
I know, yeah, I'm never.
We're trying to say that you two are somehow, some way related.
Yeah, she said she actually researched it and found it to be true.
And that's all.
Some kind of Presley with a Winfrey hooked up somewhere along the line in the South. You know how it goes.
Cousin Oprah.
That's right.
And the president.
They're all connected. They're all related. There's that one gal, it might even be on this video, where she's like supposedly like 13, and she was able to connect every single president except one to the same bloodline.
Obama is related to all but one U.S. president.
Well, Dan, the youngster spent the summer tracing the family tree of our president.
Yeah, this is it.
Her conclusion that all the presidents, with the exception of one, share the same grandfather.
That President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins and they're grandsons of John Lachlan.
So, what are the odds? Like astronomical. It's impossible for this to not have been a plan of some kind. These bloodlines go back forever, and it's just there's no way astronomically to be a coincidence that all the presidents except one are related. And why is that one not related? I'm curious about that. So yeah, keeping it in the family. It's a big club, and we ain't in it. And so, you know, for people that are still, that's the other one, Connor. I can get people upset talking about Trump because some people like him and some people hate him still. And I just know that he works with the same team. So it's good cop, bad cop. If you didn't like what Biden was doing, they throw in Trump. If you don't like what Trump's doing, they'll throw in someone else. It's just the way it works. Meanwhile, they all work for the same company because Trump just announced 4 brand new medical assistance for the upcoming plan, I guess I should say. I can't even really say much without within YouTube still to this day. But yeah, so they all work together and they all are related. Now this one, I'm not going to play the music because I don't want to strike. But for those of us in the 80s, this group called shoot, what was the group? Walk Like an Egyptian. What's the name of that? Is it the Go-Go? No, what the heck was their name? Shoot. Who someone in the chat help me. Meanwhile, my thing is Bengals. Thank you, Joy. Walk Like an Egyptian, the Bengals. So, you know, we're not gonna play it, but as with my new eyes, as I looked at the Bengals, they seem different to me. That's all I'll say. Not necessarily all of them, but every once in a while, there was a shot in the video that made me question reality as to who the Bengals really are. Just saying. Maybe I'm alone in this, but I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off base on this one, but it's definitely worth checking out, or it's not if you want to, but it is definitely a question in my mind now as to what I'm seeing. And like I said, it's not necessarily all of them, but there's a few of them that just kind of made me just pause for a moment and say, did we get taken again? I don't know. Like, okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Am I wrong? I don't know. This world is so confusing. Who would know? They know, but we might not ever know. So I just thought I'd throw that out there because it was kind of interesting. And this one, look, again, I'm not going to talk about this situation. Let's just say this: prayers to the families and everybody that got hurt, allegedly. I'm not going to go all discussing the logistics of this. I just thought this was interesting. What a poor choice of outfit to wear to this. I mean, really, would anyone really honestly have that sweater in their closet? I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. This world we live in, it's so freaking fake. Why aren't we talking about this? According to scientists, because that's, they're the ones. According to scientists, your conscious can jump through times, meaning gut feelings and memories from the future. Really? Okay, what'd I miss? Somebody made a joke. Who is it? If I had a shekel for every time I say that's a dude. Yes. Amen. I should have looked at the chat. Let me go back over there, look at you guys and gals and couches. See what you're all saying here. Because you all are funny. But yeah, where is it? If I had a shekel. Oh, it looks like Bridget Marcone or Macrob. Oh, Marcone. But yeah, I guess so. She kind of did, didn't she? Yeah. So you're pretty boys. Oh, okay. Where are we at? Let's go back to okay. The Bengals are the Dangles. You said that, Connor? All right. That's deserving of that. That's funny. That's some funny stuff right there. Okay. And we got a few more people that seem to show up tardy, so you get that.
I don't feel tardy.
All right. Okay. Let's see. What's next? Let's go back to I take that name proudly, James. So yes, happy Friday to you too. Okay. All right. I think I got the late people, at least some of them there that snuck in or tried to sneak in. Okay, so let's go back and see what we are doing here. Clickety click. Okay. So yeah. And this, there was the expo happened again. That's the I forget what it's called. The CES, the electronics something. And they were promoting this new TV that bubbles out. And I was like, wait a minute, this isn't something new. This they've been talking about forever. You can go back to this horrific movie, if anyone saw it, with James Woods called Videodrome. And he eventually puts his whole face in the TV and things come out of the TV. And like there's a lady's face that comes through the TV and stuff. So they've been showing us this forever and letting us know that that's what programming is. It connects to us in a way that we don't understand. And so they've been showing us this forever. There's nothing new under the sun, as God says. Or now there's no new thing under the sun either way. Yeah. And so, part of this is to prepare us also for, I've been talking about how the Project Bluebeam, the alien invasion, it's going to be so easy to do because everyone is watching their screens. They're not going outside and staring up and seeing alien ships. They might do something like that, but most likely it'll be like the moon landing. Everyone will just watch on the television. And, they do this with billboards right now, where things come out three-dimensional. I mean, this is a technology that's there right now. I've shown other ones where it had a giant panda coming out of the building and stuff. But yeah, this is happening. It's happening right now. Looks like a building from Idiocracy. And how many accidents happen on the street as you're staring at all this stuff going on, right? Yeah, Project Bluebeam. Where's my thing here? I've got, where is it? It's one of these. It's my Panda series. I think it was this one.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, brought to you by Silly Fan Man. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my! The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Today's episode, How Pandas Are Made.
Panda! Satellite tracking continues.
So yeah, nothing new under the sun. They've been doing this a while. So the panda had the noticing. So yeah, pandas are cute. Okay, let's see. Yeah, how many shoes do you have to buy to sell that tech? I wonder. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back to clear some of these tabs. And then, like I said, we have the Mandela effect discussion. We have the little season discussion, which goes along with the video I made, and Scare Space News. So we got a lot coming up. Stay tuned. Okay, so that's that. And we covered that. And I don't know, are we advancing too fast? This is a Tesla, a self-driving Tesla.
You can ask the flower.
No music. I mean, seriously, we have completely gotten to those movies like, was it Idiocracy and Wall-E, where we're like eating and in the same chair, and eventually there'll probably be a toilet in here too. I mean, what the heck? And Clay, yes, you're late. I'd hit the late button, but I don't know. I have to get to it. But yeah, isn't that something? Imagine driving and I mean, I've eaten in the car and I've drank in the car and stuff, but not like this. He's having an entire meal. So, oh, you want to hit him with the tardy button? All right, we'll find it. Here you go, Clay, and whoever else just showed up here. It's a great name, Clay. Here we go.
I don't feel dirty.
So, yeah, right. I'd be nervous too, Andy, driving down the highway. I couldn't eat calmly like this. I know you eat in the car, Connor, but it's parked. So, yeah, I don't know how good of a meal this would be flying down the highway. So, all right. And then this, it's like everyone goofs on the Cybertruck. And look, I'm not, as far as Teslas go, I think they're sleek looking, the cars, but the trucks are ridiculous. So then Honda was like, well, hold my beer. And they they released this is coming to a car dealership near you soon. The all-new electric Honda, which just looks like a version of the Tesla truck, doesn't it? I mean, what the heck? The cars in the movies and stuff in the future, they looked way cooler than this. We're getting like rejects. I don't get it. This is not cool looking at all, at least in my mind, And what are they doing with the wheels here and stuff? Just very bizarre. Elon, he wants to go to Venus. Yes. So, is it a pencil eraser? Yeah, isn't that wild? It's terrible. So, but yeah. Yeah, Brian says he'd walk before he'd drive that. That's something. How's the door open? Let's see. And it's all electric, of course. So, okay, so the door just opens normal, but look how slow it is. So there we go. The new Honda. So, all right. What's next? There were radioactive shrimp they found at a Walmart. And this was, I guess, a photo of the radioactive shrimp in the water. So there's that going on. It's pretty scary. Sorry for blowing my nose. I just told you I've been allergies going crazy tonight. Can't even blame the cat. I don't even know where she is. So yeah, so there we go. There's watch out for the radioactive shrimp. We've got that Shrimpzilla. And then this was weird. They just discovered, or at least they didn't, I've never heard of it, but they just found it's a rare orange shark in Costa Rica. Have you all ever heard of the orange shark? I've heard of the land shark, but this is an orange shark. Isn't that wild? I didn't know they came in that color. So if anyone had orange shark being seen off the coast of Costa Rica on their bingo card, there you go. And then another interesting thing I thought I would show you. If you take a shark and you turn it upside down, it gets really, well, let's just say, I don't know, terrifying. I mean, very demonic looking. There's some stuff for nightmares, right? Those are upside down sharks. Now, for my friends in Australia, they just are saying, I don't see anything because, it's probably right side up for them. But as long as we're discussing Australia, we might as well go all the way and discuss Australia.
Crikey! It's news for Australians, mate. Good day. Here's your news, straight from Australia. We once were a prison colony, and now we got separated into many colonies. I've lost my accent. Crikey! Those look mountainous. Oh. Wow! You'll have to learn not only to drive on the wrong side of the road, but upside down. Bonza!
All right, so news from Australia. Since we have the upside down sharks, I'll give you both of them again just so you can see. And so Australia, they're pushing to get a tax on a spare bedroom.
Between the average size of households and the average size of a home is prompting experts to propose a tax on spare bedrooms. New research from Cotality revealed a third of Australian households is made up of just 2 people, while the most common property is 3 bedrooms. It's suggested that a levy, along with the removal of stamp duty, may encourage shrinking families and empty nesters to downsize, freeing up supply.
So she basically said they're going to put a tax on houses to force people that have only 2 people, older people that have like paid off their house maybe and have lived there forever, to force them out of their homes so new families can move in with more people. And a version of that is happening here in the United States. They continue to add levies on property taxes, at least in the state of Washington. I'm sure it's all over. And the tax rate on property taxes has gone astronomical. And they are literally forcing people out of their homes because, like that guy Klaus Schwab says, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Even if you were to pay off your home, you still don't own it, because if you don't pay the property taxes, they take it away. And so I just find it interesting that they said the quiet part out loud. She just said, we're hoping that they'll price these things out to where the empty nesters will have to move. Yeah, Dojo, you'll own nothing and like it. I've talked about this before because you don't own your home because they can take it. You do something wrong with your car, they'll take that away. They can even take your children away if they feel that you're not raising them properly. So we literally own nothing. And, and we're happy. So we're already there. So, okay. And I heard people talking about JT. If he's here, good to see you, JT. If not, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, you will eat the bugs. says James. He's right. That's the next step. They want to take away our meat and give us bugs. What is this? Oh, this is also Australian news. There was a rocket that was set off and it crashed. Well, of course, because it went the wrong way. I don't know where this music is going. It goes up and it goes down because it's trying to go the wrong way because up is down and down is up. And in the distance. And there it goes. Adios. And, you know, I still pose the same question. If we live on a spinning ball flying through space and Australia is on the bottom of it, and, you know, from where I'm sitting and we're on the top, if you're in Australia and you want to pray to God, which way do you look? Do you look up into the vastness of space or do you look down, which seems kind of ironic? So there's that question for my Australian friends. So g'day. That's my Australian accent. I'm so good at it. You want to be upside down too, James? So anyways. And what is this? Oh, interesting, because I've talked about this before. We honestly don't know where ground level is anymore. There has been multiple, I don't know what you want to call it. Some people call them resets, but I say God's judgment. Because if you read the Bible, there's many times that he'll pick a specific city that is getting judgment. And then there's, of course, Noah's flood. And, of course, what I believe we're in the little season pizza. And so that would mean that Revelation happened too. And so a lot of these things are just being dug out. They have these ridiculous stories, like out here in Seattle, that I don't know, I think a cow kicked a lantern, or that was Frisco, but something happened here. I think a homeless person threw a cigarette down a subway tunnel or something, and the whole city gets set on fire, burnt to the ground, and the best solution is to completely cover it up and build another city on top of it. And when you start to realize that makes absolutely no sense. I mean, there are people out there that will be upset with me because I'm questioning that. But when you think about it, where do you get the dirt or whatever they took to level the city to then build another city on top of it? It's just complete, utter nonsense, garbage. And when you look at an oil painting of this exact place and you see that there was more below it, even like looks like a river with boats. And now we're walking on this area and you don't realize that all this existed. So what happened? What cataclysmic event happened? Who did it? How did it happen? And why? And unless you read the Bible and you see the times that God did judgment on the earth, you don't have an answer for any of that. People that dismiss the fact that it's actually God's judgment and nothing else have no answer for who did it, how it happened, and why. And so what we can take away from this is that, once again, we're lied to because this doesn't make any sense, that it's, you know, what's underneath our feet, you know, how far down is down. So, and a lot of these, that goes along with my, the churches that are gone too. And I've talked about this, and it's time to do another deep dive, but the whole story of the cowboys, and you walk down the street and you go into a bar and you got your six shooters on your sides and pew, pew, you know, doesn't make any sense. Who would ever go out? Hey, honey, you want to go out to eat? No, Uncle Jed got murdered in that bar last night. I'd rather eat at home. You know what I mean? It's like, the story is so silly. It makes great movies. It's just like Fake Space. It makes wonderful movies. Tombstone and some of the best movies out there, right? I'll be your Huckleberry. Of course, he doesn't say that. But for truth, when you start realizing that this was going on at the same time that this was going on, it doesn't add up. You can't have them both. You can't. You can't have somebody building this and other people living like this. I just don't believe it. And I also want to know, where did all these architects go? Because it seemed like everyone, where's my guy? I got to find him for that. It'll echo too. Everyone Back in that day, everyone knew how to build amazing buildings. Like, where was this incredible architecture school that everyone went to? Because they all seem to know how to do this. And we can't anymore. They say it's too expensive and that we've lost that technology and it's too expensive to build it back. Oh, no, wait, that's the moon landing. Same thing, though, right? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't he say, well, Connor, he says, I'm your Huckleberry, but he used to say, I'll be your Huckleberry. Anyways, but let's not get into that. Don't get me started on Mandela. At least not yet, Connor. Val Kilmer had a Nephilim on his property. How do you know that? I never heard of that. So, yeah, Andy, they need more donkeys. That's the problem. We've run out of donkeys. If we had donkeys, we could probably still build this, right? So, yeah, people were just shooting each other all the time on the streets because you looked funny, you know? You cheated at cards. Come on. So these guys are doing this, living in dirt. And down the street, they're building this. Okay, sure, whatever. Or this. Toronto, Canada desperately needed a custom house in 1878. And in 1919, they decided it was rubbish and they demolished it. Why? Because they wanted to get rid of the evidence that we're in a leftover society. We're the left behinds, or whatever you want to call it. Whatever destruction happened, these are the buildings that were left, at least the surface ones. There's some that, like this building most likely continues on down. I mean, who builds windows that go into the ground, you know? So this building, who knows how far down it goes? And they found it, because that's why it all says founded instead of built. And yeah, so they built this in 1878 because that was really necessary for the like 300 people that lived there probably. And then whatever that difference is, let's see, you got 20. No, this is so yes, 22 there. So 40 years basically. And they had to tear it down because that makes sense. I mean, how many years did it take them to build it and then they tear it down? Anyways, nonsense, ridiculousness. This one was built as a post office. Come on, people, stop it already. A post office. A palace built in the style between 1894 and 1901. The architect died before completion. And yeah, already looking ancient with windows below ground level. Right? Because I just showed you, we don't know what ground level is. You don't put windows down here and then cover them up. It doesn't make sense. It's nonsense. That this is a post office? Give me a break. Okay, someone explain to me what bean juice is, if you can, in the chat, because I keep seeing people talking about bean juice. And maybe that's like a code word for something. But yeah. Oh, Ryan's here. Hey, Ryan. I don't know if Sarah will make a visit. I don't see her. But if I can, I'll grab her for you. So, all right. So there's that. Is that all of those? And then this one, scientists woke up an ancient life form that's been under the seabed since the Titanosaurus roamed the earth 100 million years ago. See, there's your proof. That's what they woke up. I think it's these little green things. I've seen this movie before. Wasn't it called The Blob or something? But yeah, so they woke this up. And what does this all mean? It's all garbage. It's to try to solidify the lie that the earth is millions of years old, hundreds of millions of years old, and dinosaurs roamed the earth, and we're flying through space from the Big Bang, and we've evolved from crustaceans in the sea, and then turned into mammals, and turned into monkeys, and turned into us. The one thing they won't tell you is, that's all garbage, of course, but that giants were real. Because we were bigger back then, we could build things crazy back then, and they don't want you to know that. So all the giant bones all vanish, or they're all hoaxed. And then they tell you dinosaurs are real. And they want you to believe that we came out of a primeval soup. And then they show you things like the Titanosaurus, where they show it. It looks like, where is it? Is there even a picture? It looks like a brontosaurus. I don't know why they don't have a picture of it. But from this, like they found some pieces of something and this one leg or whatever this is. That's it. And then from that, they'll get you this. And they admit it. They admit it that all of these are casts, creations. None of this is real. These are not real bones. Go to any museum and you're going to see these, and they're all going to be plaster casts. There's companies that make these fake bones. And they always tell you, well, the real bones are down below in the Smithsonian. No, the real bones are just like a piece of something. And then they tell you how they laid eggs. They tell you what color they are, if they had feathers. But from this, they come up with this. And then they create that. And we go, ooh, but it's all part of the same thing to keep you from realizing what's really happening in the world. And that we're not on a spinning ball flying through space. The planet is not 100 million plus years old. Maybe like, I don't know, 10,000 if you go back biblically. But all of it's part of the same lie, is to keep you from realizing that we are the center. God created this little universe. He put us in a nice little container. I think I had a picture of it on one of these tabs. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. It's right next to this one. Waters above, waters below. There. This to me is a pretty good example of where I believe we live. So the circle here, because God says that the living space that we live on is stationary and circular, and it has pillars that hold it. And so what you see here would be the living space we live on. And then the farther deep you go in here, there's shale. But we've only actually gone 8 miles into this, whatever this is, the surface area. That's why it's amazing to me when they always tell you, oh, this is what's going on at the center of the Tootsie Pop. No, they've only gone 8 miles. It's like nothing. And so you want to have your ball Earth, then you're going to have a firmament that goes all the way around, because there's water below us and water above us, and we're protected from both. So that's what closer to what we look at than flying through space on a spinning ball. But see, that's the thing. That's the trick of the devil, the ball, B-A-A-L, is to make you believe that you're insignificant, that you're flying through space on a ball. I don't believe I live on a cartoon ball that flies through space the way that they say on this ridiculous model. We need to all realize that we've been lied to.
Satellite tracking continues.
Proof that maybe I can't grow here, but I can certainly grow it there. Oh, shoot. That's some crazy beard. So, what's this? Dojo, God bless you. What is this? Oh, bean juice is coffee. Okay. Coffee. Sweet. Thank you all. Okay. Had no idea. The beard. What is this? The beard is sick. Boom. So So what is this? What is this? Some flat earthers think the water is right above our heads instead of the other side of the front. Well, hey, they they also are going along with a bunch of Freemason science and stuff. So I dumped that group a while back. Part of this whole agenda is to put controlled opposition in these channels. And so I believe in biblical earth. I like that sounding better than flat earth. So okay, yeah, so it's bean juice. Got it. Okay. Had no idea. That's not funny. See, I'm learning. Where's my guy? Even I'm learning every night that that we have another week on this show. Bean juice. Got it. Okay.
There are no experts.
Oh my goodness. All right. I got to go through this. I have been watching the chat. You are just the most amazing group of people. I just love you all. And it's not just for this. I mean, I love the donations, but it's such a loving chat here and friendly and you just really you take the words out of my mouth, so I don't know what to say. And I do appreciate each and every one of you. And even if you don't want to do that, just if you want to like the stream, share, subscribe, there's something you found interesting, that all helps too. Because the main part of this channel is to get this message out to that we were being lied to. We're being lied to about everything. And specifically, one of the things that we're lied to about, let me get back over here. Where is it? Where is he? Where is he? Specifically, one of the things they lied to us about is outer space.
This week in scary space news.
All right. Scary space news. Let's see. We'll get rid of this one. Did you know that Margaret Hamilton, because we're in the year of the woman now, of course, Margaret Hamilton is the lead developer for the Apollo program, and she stands next to all the code she wrote that took humanity to the moon in 1969. So we're supposed to believe that she hand wrote all this. We've lost all this data and telemetry stuff, and it's too expensive to build it back. And I guess no one can find this woman because she's the one that got us to the moon the first time. And what did I see? Trisha, you joined in here. What is this? I can't. How do I get to it? There it is. God bless you. Thank you. And yes, the silent wife is listening. She's very quiet because she's a silent wife. But yes, thank you. God bless you. So yeah, so there we go. That's how we got to the moon, was because of this lady. Lady. Space the flannel frontier. You all are hilarious. So yeah. Okay. What's next? Okay. Clickety click. And this was sent to me. I had some, by the way, I get emails from people too. Oh no, did I not bring my phone? I get emails from people too. And it was either Trevor or Terry might have sent me this article. But I had some, where is it? Some new people that wrote to me too. And I just wanted to thank them. I don't want to forget their names on here. Let's see. But yeah, so this is SpaceX launched their 33rd cargo mission because, that's the favorite number that they always have to throw out there. So let's see. So Derek, wrote to me. God bless you. And Catherine and her husband wrote to me. And they also, I don't know if you can see this, they took a screenshot of my vomiting tiger. That's fantastic. Did you all see that? I can't tell if it's, let's see. Where is it? Focus. I guess it won't. Anyways, well, there you go. Well, I can't get it to focus. So instead, we'll just play it. We'll do it live. If I can find him, where'd he go? Here he is. So there we go. So yeah, all the people that write me emails and stuff, I appreciate every one of them. And so, and the people that are doing the soap and stuff. And Charles, there's another person that wrote to me. And I think I got all the new ones that I hadn't seen before. And yeah, so let's see, what are we doing here? Clickety click. Let's go back. Let's finish up the scary space news. Where'd it go? This one. So, okay, so they got that 33rd supply mission, of course, whatever. And then this, NASA dropped the closest image ever taken of Jupiter. And did you ever have those magic windows as a kid? That's what this looks like. It looks like someone took a picture of one of those magic windows. You know, it was like a little frame that you can move it around, and all this stuff would move, the liquid in there. That's all it looks like. So, what is this? Okay. Next. This is the surface of Venus in 1981. I mean, they get the most amazing pictures sent back from Venus. And yet, if you ever look at like one of those Ring cameras and like, this guy came to my house, you can't see their face or any. It's like all blurred in the people robbing liquor stores and stuff. But we get this. They have no problem getting this back from Venus, right? Looks like your toilet, James. What the heck? Oh, shoot. So, yeah, fancy artwork. Exactly. Photo or painting. I did a whole show with Matt Powerland, and that's his whole shtick about photo or painting. And then there's now a Jupiter-sized rogue planet entering our solar system. So we have that to look forward to. And there's the artist's rendition of that. You can't fight this stuff. They just make it up and then they draw it and then people believe it. That's all that happens. That's all that happens. They can't prove any of this stuff. They can't prove this. How about this? Hubble saw a star explode. Push. There it goes. I don't even know what to say on these. There's really nothing to say. There's nothing. This is Saturn in ultraviolet light. And I swear, if you ever went into what is that one store in the mall, they had that back room that had all the UV or the glow in the dark stickers and stuff all over the wall. And they had stuff to look just like that. You could go to any stoner's room and they had this stuff on the wall. So what was the name of that store? Shoot, maybe somebody knows. But yeah, Spencer's, was that it? I think maybe that was it. And then again, there's a tiny moon that created giant waves in the Saturn's rings. There you go. And we're just supposed to believe it. Meanwhile, you see all kinds of stars and everything up in space from all these different views. And yet when they were on the moon, we saw nothing. Just blank skies behind them. No stars. Here's a burning meteor in Earth's atmosphere spotted by the astronauts from the ISS. So they're on the ISS and they see this go by. Pew. Meanwhile, my question is, where's the other stars? Where are the satellites? They're supposed to be flying around the Earth. There's supposed to be thousands of satellites flying around us, and yet we never see them. See? No satellites.
Well, let's take a look at some of the most recent supposedly spacewalks from the ISS.
Blank. Just absolute darkness, blank vastness of space.
And I want you to notice, in the background of all these supposed spacewalk videos, where's all those 8,316 satellites in low Earth orbit with it at?
Nothing. No satellites at all. Or we call them ceiling fans.
Don't see them anywhere. Let's just have a look at some of these real quick. Now, if these spacewalks were real, you'd be looking at, almost 1/3 of the supposed spinning ball Earth right now. But you don't see no satellites in this low Earth orbit with this supposed ISS.
And that's the other thing. I had a satellite radio in the car, and there's certain areas it just goes out. And yet, why? And how come the higher up you go, like on a mountain, the less signals you have? When you be closer to the satellites? None of that makes sense. And also the fact that they have major cables going underwater between all the countries of the earth, that they admit that's where the majority of our internet and technology and all that goes through. Why do they need those cables? Why are they still laying more cables if everything's satellite technology? Where's Starlink in this? I don't see it. There's no stars and there's no satellites in these ISS video clips that we're seeing. Just vastness of blank space. There should be thousands of satellites flying around. I mean, I don't know if he has it on this. Yeah, here you go. Look at this. You look it up. This is what they say. There's satellites.
Earth satellites in real time. And as you'll see here, they're telling us there's 13,000 satellites up here in real time, even giving you the names of them.
So where are they? They're not there, but they're in the cartoon. So once again, I've said this before and I'll say it again.
Here they're
be wary of cartoons.
Telling us there's 13,000 satellites.
Certain things that they show us that are only cartoons. Satellites, when you see them in space, are only, that's how I started my whole channel, was this thing behind me. I was researching satellites in space. And when you type in satellites in space, all you get are cartoons. Satellites in space. Mm-hmm. All right. Where'd it go? Let's go into this. Screen share. Clickety click. Clickety click and clickety click. Where'd it go? As of May 2025, there are approximately 11,700 satellites orbiting the Earth. I mean, that's what we're supposed to see, right? But when you look at, that's a cartoon. That's a cartoon. That's a cartoon. And if you're to believe that these photos are real, then is there a camera flying along with the ISS to take pictures of it? And is there cameras flying along with these satellites to take pictures of them? Like, how are we getting these photos? This is what I started researching way back in the day, going, what is going on? Because none of it made sense. Then, of course, that's when I ended up with the Mariner 9. Mariner 9 satellite. And so here we are. See, it says Mars, NASA, That's it flying around Mars. They forgot to Photoshop out the light chain. So now they can see stars at night, I guess. But yeah, that's how I started this entire nonsense of this channel. I mean, even this one looks like a ceiling fan to me. And so when I said on a live stream, these look like ceiling fans, then that kind of became my name. And so here we are. We're supposed to believe this. I don't believe it. It's a joke. It's a joke. And I truly believe they leave things like this in there to see if anyone's watching, to see, So that's where Ceiling Fan Man comes from, in case you're fairly new and haven't seen that. I do have a video on the channel about that. So if you ever want to watch that. But yeah, so there we go. And meanwhile, this is planet Earth and the Milky Way from space. So now a minute ago, we saw the ISS and there was no stars and satellites. Now we have this one, which you can see the entire stars and Milky Way. Like, they can't even get their lies straight. If you go back to the original moon landings, some of the astronauts said that they could see stars all the time, and some of them said they couldn't see any stars. So they can never keep it straight. Just like this, here's the clearest photo ever taken of the sun by NASA. It's an animated cartoon. That's not what it looks like. And it's not 93 million miles away and 100 times bigger than the moon. They're in the firmament. They're light for the day and light for the night, as God told us. Like this. They're the same size, and they move around us. We don't move around them. They move around us. That's why, even though we're supposedly flying through space and everything's spinning and rotating and this and that, we see the same stars our entire lives. People can still guide their ships by the stars because they don't move. Nothing changes, which wouldn't make sense if we're flying through space and that craziness. I mean, you can see that. I don't know how you say those. The rays of the sun, and they're not parallel, which they should be if they was coming 93 million miles away. You can see them ray out into a sun, and then you can use the Freemason square and compass and figure out, the sun's way closer than what they tell us, because they don't want you to know the truth. It's all part of the same lie. It's not about money. They print as much money as they want. They own everything. We own nothing. They already own everything. It's about control. It's about keeping us in line. And it's about not allowing us to realize the full potential that we have, that God exists. He's right here. And all things are possible with God. All things are possible. Meanwhile, scientists discover the remains of a planet deep inside the Earth. And we have this crazy animated drawing or whatever, cartoon, to prove it. Again, we've only gone 8 miles. We have no idea what's at the center of this Tootsie Pop. We have not a clue. But they keep telling us all these different versions. They told us, if you go back to my shows, there's one where they said that the core of the Earth had reversed rotation. They found a second core over the old core. It just continues to make people think that there's smart people figuring out the place that we live on. And go read the book of Job. There's no smart people. There are no experts. It's all garbage nonsense to make us believe things, and they have no way of proving it. Like this. Here's a supermassive black hole weighing 17 billion suns located in the center of our galaxy. Who weighed it? Who measured it? Who figured this out? It's nonsense. So, yeah, fishing vessels had GPS over a decade ago. Right. What are they working off of? So, mind and body is drained from deprogramming, right, Daryl? Oh, shoot. So, did you lose some dogs? Someone lost some dogs. I'm sorry. That's terrible. That's a hard thing to get through. Yeah, of course. Does anyone even care about the Mars rover missions? We're not even hearing about that anymore. Johnny Five's on Mars, and they don't even show anything that I've seen lately. Let's see what else is up there. According to current astronomical predictions, the Milky Way galaxy is expected to collide with the Andromeda galaxy approximately 4 billion years from now, resulting in a merger between the two galaxies. So now they're predicting things that are going to happen 4 billion years from now. Seriously. If I just like started spewing all this stuff out, they'd call me crazy. Well, they do that now. But you know what I mean? Like, they're just making shit up. It's ridiculous. Breaking news. Astronomers have found a shocking anomaly. Nickel without iron and cyanide in the plume of an interstellar object, the 31 Atlas, using a very large telescope. The VLT. That's funny. What a great, the VLT. I'll have a VLT with some chips and a soda. The VLT, they were able to find this. There's a anomaly. It's an interstellar object without iron, nickel without iron and cyanide. How do they know that? Someone explain to me how they know that. But I was like everyone else. I just read these articles. I read the little news blip, and then went on with my day. And wow, science is amazing. But they have no idea. They can't get a sample of whatever this thing is. It doesn't exist, but if they could, they don't know what's in it from the plume. Interesting, plume sounds like a Monty Python skit. That is a dead parrot. All right, I've lost a whole audience except for like 6 male audience members. That's about it. Firefly Space Blue Ghost captured the footage of the moon service. Many people are saying it looks like a computer rendering. Isn't that interesting? I always put like all this music and stuff. So there we go. Clearest images of the moon. And we're in another space race for the moon. Did you know that? Allegedly. So the last time we beat out the Russians to prove that we were superior or something, I don't know. This time we're trying to beat out the Chinese because they want to build a moon base, and we want to build a moon base first. So we're in a space race to get to the moon. Where's that woman? We need her. She needs to write the code again, because we can't just count on Elon, because his rockets are still blowing up. Why does he say Elon so weird? Go watch my video called, what is it called? Elon? It's a music video that I won a Grammy for, allegedly. Okay, let's see. What's next? Did I get, make sure I got all this here. Yes, okay. Here's an astronaut eating bread and honey in space. This ought to be good. Okay, this just looks completely fake. I wonder if this is fake. It said it was. I know it's fake because you know what? You can't get honey to come out of a damn bottle. I don't know about you all, but our honey, within a day, it always seems like hardened and stuff, and it's damn near impossible to come out. And this guy's getting this just to plop out of there. No, I'm not buying it. And this probably is a complete fake video, but it's just as good as the NASA one. Give me a break. Is that it? Oh, he gets to eat it. So there we go. Is it glue? I don't even know. Did he not squeeze it? Let's see. He kind of barely squeezes it. I don't know. But the whole thing's just a joke. What's this? That's on the flood. That's okay. So I guess that's the end of the scary space news. So we finished scary space news. Okay. So what do we have left besides blowing my nose again? Here, let's see. What do we got? See, let's watch me blow my nose.
There are no experts.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Where's everybody at? Y'all, are we all having a good time? I hope so. Hopefully you're being entertained.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, he didn't eat the glop, did he? Because it probably wasn't even there. So, what is this? What are you saying, Jenny? Hugging a bear is more believable? Wait, you hugged a bear? Okay, you'll have to send me that if you'll let me show it. That's kind of dangerous. I don't recommend hugging a bear. You're entertained? Oh, good. Yes. Oh, this is interesting. So this will go right along with Connor's thing about Mandela effect. So turmeric, a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, and hot water for sinuses. And I will do that after the show. Thank you. I'll do that. But did you realize that turmeric is now spelled differently than that? It has an extra R in it. And I wonder if you knew that. That is a Mandela change. Turmeric. Okay. Clickety click. But that's the thing. There are so many that it's impossible to keep track of them all. But there you go. Turmeric. It's even hard to say. It's got an extra R in it now. And it's always been spelled this way. You just must be misremembering like everyone else. Like, look, even people ask, oh, that one has the R in it. Yeah, but I've never known it to have the R until just, recently when I started seeing the Mandela effect going on. So there you go. If you didn't know that one, that's a new one. So, okay. Okay, what's next? Okay. Well, what do we have left? We do have the Mandela effect discussion. We have the old Bible to look at. And, and we have my video about the short season. So I'll let the chat decide. What do you want to go over? Should we do Mandela? Should we do, what should we do? Go ahead, chat. You tell me. Steer the show, chat. Oh, yeah, we can do all of it if we have time. But where should we start? Let's see. And did you just get here, Susie? I'm not sure if you did. But if you're tardy, do you feel tardy?
I don't feel tardy.
All right, that's enough of that. Okay, so we're not doing, just bring it. All right, everybody wants to do both, but one person said short season. Okay, Pearl. So now you got to understand, putting these videos together is not easy. And I usually like to have them done well before the show so I can go over it and re-edit it. So this is kind of a rough edit. But this was the idea I had about the short season. Or as it's called now, it's the little season.
Pizza.
So the idea behind it was, I believe the real actual revelation happened where Jesus came back and he cleaned house, and then we have the 1,000-year reign, and then Satan is let loose for either a short season or a little season, whatever you just
Pizza.
And during that time, he deceives the world. And one of the things that makes me believe that would have already happened, and again, this is I don't know if you're still here, Connor, but if that happens, when you talk about this, it upsets some people. But I'm just presenting the information, the evidence that I have. And one of the things that troubles me about thinking that we haven't gone through it yet, and it's not to say that we're not going to go through some version, some tribulations coming up, because if Satan's going to deceive us, he's using the Bible playbook. So we'll get all the same things. We'll just get his version of it. It's like having that lame sequel that was made years later. You have like the original RoboCop, and then they make a new one, right, with the guy from The Killing. They have the original what was it, the Mars one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Total Recall, and they make a new one with Colin Farrell or whatever his name is. And so we had Revelation that we didn't go through by God's grace, but we're going to be there's got to be somebody left, because the end of the book says Satan deceives all the nations of the world. There's got to be somebody left for him to deceive. If we're all gone, there'd be no point. So who are those people, as Jerry Seinfeld would say? Who are those people? Why can't we be those people? Everyone wants to believe that we're the people heading into Revelation. There's a chance that we're already on the other side of that, and we're the people that are going through Satan's little season. And one of the things that makes me think that is when John, the Revelation of John, he's told to write to the 7 churches to let them know that they need to repent because destruction is coming. And those 7 churches, they're all gone. So if he wrote this 2,000 years ago, why? Because those churches are long gone. So why would he write to them? It makes no sense with my new eyes. That's just my way of thinking. And so I put together this little video, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let's see. Here we go. Okay. Nonsense, silliness. This is what I do. Here we go. Oh, wait. It's never been seen before.
A ceiling fan man world premiere video.
Very attractive.
All right. Make this larger. No. How do I make this larger? One of these. Master. I've got something. Oh, not me.
Yes? What is it?
Oh, shoot. There's 2 good-looking guys on the screen now. Is that amazing? What am I doing here? How do I get out of this? There. Okay, here we go.
The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
Master. I've got something.
Yes? What is it?
The mail's here.
The mail?
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
And we got a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Got a letter from this guy named John.
I know John. Read it to me.
All right, I'll try, but his handwriting is atrocious. His handwriting's always been atrocious. All right, what does this say? Unto that's us, Ephesus. Is that how you say our name, Ephesus?
Yes.
I wondered. What the devil are you wearing? What, this? Oh, I got it at the temple. They were selling them at some tables there, but not anymore. I got the last one. Jesus came through and flipped everything over, so it's a mess now. But I got tired of wearing the same, shroud or whatever these things are. Don't we all? Oh, yeah. So it says, I know thy works, thy labor, thy patience. And, oh, shoot, he's saying we're evil. Well, that's not good.
That is not good.
And, yeah, we tried the apostles, and that wasn't a good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But what does this say here? He also hates the deeds of Nicolaitans. Oh, yeah. I know that guy. He stole my horse, son of a gun. So he hates him too. But yeah, so apparently we got to get right with God and repent, or he's going to destroy us all, is what this says.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Huh? What's that? No? He's not talking about us. He's talking about a future church like 2,000 years from now. You don't think this is now? Look, all I know is this. I am smarter than you, and I'm telling you it's not for us. Well, why would he write it to someone 2,000 years from now? You can get rid of it. Don't worry about it. Where'd my hand go? Huh. All right. Well, you're the king. It's good to be the king. I'll just go, I'll go feed the horses.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
My king! My king! What is it? We've got a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from?
From John. I want me to read it to you? Yes. Yes. His writing's atrocious. Now, let's see what it says here. So yeah, it's oh no, it says, I know thy works and thy tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich in the blasphemy. Oh no. He says we've got people in here that say they're the special children, but they're not. They're not? I thought they were. What's that? I thought they were. Hey, you look just like that other guy from the other church. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm a different guy. See, look, it's my I have a different headband and different turmeric. It's pronounced turmeric. It's got another R in there now. Yeah, but he's saying we got to repent or he's going to destroy our church and everyone here. No. He's not talking about this church. What's that? No, he's not talking about this church. He's talking about a church in the future. I wouldn't worry about that letter at all. I got to work on this thing and figure out how it works. This is fascinating me. Oh, really? You don't think he means us? All right. Shoot. Man, I was getting worried there for a minute. The wife and I've got plans to go down to the river this weekend, but if we're cool, then I'm fine. I'll toss it. Okay. Have a good day, King. It's good to be the king.
A few moments later.
My captain. I've told you to stop calling me that. We've got mail.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from?
It's from John. You look just like those other guys. They were from the other churches. Are you the same guy? I'm a different guy. It looked just like I have 3 brothers. We're all triplets. That makes sense. That tracks. I gotta learn how to play this. But yeah, we got this, and I think it's important. Read it to me. What's that? Okay, yeah, I'll read it to you. His writing's atrocious. His writing's always been atrocious. But so let's say he says, I know thy works and where we dwellest. He writes kind of funny. And even where Satan's seat is. We got that in here? Yeah, I think I saw it. It's down the road. It's at the end of the cul-de-sac. It's actually pretty nice looking, unfortunately. Ah, geez, that's not good. And he wants us to repent, or he's gonna come and destroy everything. This is some serious stuff. He doesn't mean us. Don't worry about it. What's that? No, it's not about us at all. These aren't the droids you want. He's talking about some church 2,000 years in the future. Oh, not us? Oh, are you sure? Okay, yeah, because I heard the other churches, they got him too, but no, it's not us, huh? Okay, I wouldn't worry about it at all. I'd be more worried if I could ever get this thing working. Can you take this back? I think it's defective. Whew. Well, that's a load off of my mind then. Okay, then I'll go work on the fences. You got to mend them. I'm out of here.
3 weeks later.
And so it went, with all 7 churches receiving a letter telling them that they were in for imminent destruction, and none of them listened. Will you listen?
2,000 years later.
Satellite transfer complete.
So there you go. And scene. So anyways, yeah. Why is he wearing a rug? Hey, you try to find a bunch of things that look like whatever those things are. I found everything I could to throw over my head. So, and I hate to break the fourth wall and tell you, all of the characters were played by me, just so you know. So his writing is atrocious. So did I read Barry Manilow's wardrobe? No, I think some of them were scarves, some were table. I think one was a bed sheet. Yeah. So good medicine. Oh, good. Curtains and tablecloths. Exactly. So you all enjoyed it? I hope so. Yeah, it looked like you all did. So, and how weird is that? The turmeric conversation comes up and it was already shot in that video. I'm telling you, the synchronicities that happen in life now, if you just open your eyes to them, it's mind-boggling. One happened last week too. Oh, that's right. I was talking about Mad Pax, and then I drew his name out of the hat. So it's pretty fascinating how this stuff all connects. But so anyways, yeah. So what do y'all think? We're good? You liked it? Okay, good. Everybody liked it. Thanks. Epic. Thank you. So, okay. Anyways, yes. But so that was in my head, and I ended up putting it out on the screen. And there's a few things that look like it was it's worthy of being on Amazon Prime. Thank you, Dojo. Yes, exactly. I said that, Rose. Yes, you can quote me. I will try to find a bunch of things that look like whatever those things are. Oh, shoot. So thanks. Send that to JD. Well, you know what? I'm gonna clip that out and I'll put it up on my channel hopefully by tonight. So if you want, if I can send it over to him, if he wants to play that stuff, I don't know. Maybe it's too silly for him. So, but yeah. And I didn't give equal time to all the church. Yeah, it would have got a little too long. Plus, I was running out of things to say, And again, it's not like there's nothing written down. I kind of just make it up as I go along. What do they call that? Improv. That's how pretty much this entire show is. And so I ran out of things to say, so I ended up just having the voiceover to like finish it up. So, anyways, so. So yeah, the shofar. So all right. Yeah, there's so many synchronicities. It's just amazing. So, and I have gotten a little better at this, but every time I end up blowing it, all the dogs and cats that happen to be sitting around watching the show or sitting around people watching the show get very upset. So, but anyways, why not? There you go. Thank you. What is it? You have a shofar too? Are you better at it than I am? I'm hoping. So, what is this? Are they giving how to troll us? Shofar, show good. Nice. I see what you did there, Wendy. So, okay. Are we all good? Angel Studios. They're the ones that do all the church things, I think, right? So, all right. So, wow, Steffi P, haven't seen your name in forever. Hope you're doing well. So wonderful. God bless you. All right. Let's see. You have to put yours up high so the dogs don't chew on it. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think of that, James. This is up here on this desk. But if this was anywhere near a dog level, they definitely would chew on that, right? It's a total chew toy. So, okay. Did we get everyone, I think? And yeah, maybe I can get tips on how to play better, but I think it goes for the show if I don't learn. It sounded like a stoned rooster. A bunch of people have a shofar. That's great. Or shofar. So, What the heck is a shofar? It's an animal horn that you blow into, and I assume this is what they did when they went like around Jericho and stuff like that. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, I don't know. Mine was given to me, actually, Trish. So I don't know how they all get. Everyone gets one, but it's not like they hand them out anywhere that I know of. And Con has one too. So, well, look at that. Yeah, ram's horn. There you go. Well, it's okay. You can still hang out and play games with us, Andy. Don't worry. And James got his on Amazon. That's funny. Oh, good night, Joe. All right. Well, you have to catch the rest of it later. So, because there'll be a quiz next week. All right. Okay. I got to get out of the chat, or I'll be staying here all night. Let's see. Yeah, and there's something to frequencies, something to sound waves. So, like they said, they blow it and the walls come down. So this is the shofar store. Maybe. Okay. All right. So good. So we got that video done. And the other thing I guess we go over, well, if you guys still want to hang out, was this Bible that I have. And let's see how I'm going to do this. I think I need to change the camera to, let's see, this one. All right, there we go. So we're on this camera, and I don't have any fancy setup, so it's just kind of being handheld. Oh wait, I got to turn off the visual effects. There. Okay. So this Bible was gifted to me by a very wonderful Muslim friend of all things. And it really is a work of art. It has a little separation, but I've also caused some of this because I read it. Because, this really is a museum piece and should probably be kept in a museum, and nobody gets to open and read it. But it's something else. And so one of the things, the synchronicities of it was, there is in the very beginning here, there's some old news articles and stuff. I've read them on air once a few times, but there's this one here, and this actually has it talks about, I'll just read it. It says, yourself and family are invited to attend the funeral of Sally B. Haynes. And that the gentleman that owned this Bible, that was his wife. And his name, of all things, is Richard Haynes. And the other cool thing is it says that the carriages will be waiting at the Medford station on the arrival at 7:30 train from Philadelphia and 7:45 train from Trenton. And the date is 1887, and the actual month and day are my exact month and day birth date, my birthday, and the book is given to a guy named Richard. And now another Richard has it that has the exact same birthday, or not the same birthday, but the same date as that this was happening for his wife. So no, there's no coincidences at all. This book was supposed to be given to me. And so, and if hopefully you're all still enjoying this, and if this isn't something you want to connect with, I understand if you tune out, but I don't know, the drawings and the etchings in this are incredible. And I haven't even opened it, really. I mean, this is, there you go. That's Moses in what is now an ark. He's no longer just in a basket. He's in an ark. And so not only does it have the complete text of the Old and New Testament, it also has the apocryphy books. That's how you say it. And then these first pages here are all about the different people that helped put it together, and the from the different, like Cambridge and all these different places that help put this together. So the main portion of it, I'm saying that is the fact that for mistakes to happen, a lot of eyes would have had to miss it. And we're connecting this to the Mandela effect. That's why we're doing this. So let me move forward here. Let's see. What is this? Sacred Tabernacle. Here we go. Here's the illustrated history of the Bible. And again, all these etchings are just, they're all works of art. They really are. And no, I definitely won't let the dogs get a hold of this, James. And let's see. I mean, I'm not going to spend all night here. This is interesting. This is no longer a golden calf the way I remember it. It's now a molten calf. And it's even changing in these. And I'll prove that there are changes in this by going through some of these. Let's see. All these amazing pictures. And I mean, it really is just a complete work of art. So, building the temple of Mount Moriah. So, I'll tell you what I do want to show is, let's see if I can do this. So why are things changing? Why are, see if this works with this camera. It did. Why are there shows like the Mayans? One of my fans sent me this about the Mayans. Why is there this movie Apocalypto, Mel Gibson, that talks about the Mayan kingdom? Why is there this movie called Mayan? Why is there the Saturday Night Live skit that's all about the Mayan calendar, and it's even called the new Mayan calendar? Why is he even bringing this up? Because you can look back through history and it's never been called that. It has no end. There's the Maya civilization and the Maya calendar. So we've just been misremembering the end. So there's that. And it made me think of this because this was something that a channel brought up the other night, that some of these things are, what do you call it? Brand name changes, logo changes. Because Cracker Barrel just went back from their old logo to the new logo, then back to the old logo. And so that's not what we're talking about. When we're talking about, you know what, this is driving me crazy. I need to have the other camera. I'll go back to the Bible here in a second. I can't keep holding this thing. Let's see. Clickety click. Where is it? Camera. There, that's us. Oh no, I've broken the visual effect. We've got to fix that. And whoopash. Just like NASA. Okay. So the things that happen in culture, pop culture, movie, TV, music, books, turmeric. Can't even say it right. You got to get that other R in there. They're just ways to have God allow us to be woken up, because the fruit of the loom cornucopia is not a brand change that I have misremembered, because they never had it ever. It didn't change like Cracker Barrel and then change back. They never had it. So the fact that on my tighty whities and my white t-shirts that I remember having it, that's why I knew a cornucopia. It wasn't Thanksgiving. I remember it from this. And for Thanksgiving, I remember Thanksgiving on the third Thursday. TTT. Third Thursday Thanksgiving. It's never been on the third Thursday. It's now on the fourth. And that's a weird one because my mother's birthday is right around there. And we always would make a joke that Thanksgiving was either following on her birthday, right before or after she'd have to be cooking. Now it's an entire week later, because it's never been the third Thursday. So that's a weird one for me, because it's a personal one. You know, the personal ones really get you. So So now you've got a cornucopia that has never existed. And yet you have things like this. This is an album. It's called Fruit of the Loom, or Flute of the Loom. This musician, Frank West, he had this album he put out, and this album cover was drawn by where is it? Is this one? Yeah, this illustrator. And this is real famous. This was 6 years ago. I've shown this before. And so this guy wrote to the person that did the album cover. Are you the person that painted the album work for Flute of the Loom? And he said, yes. This is Reed, Ellis's son, responding for my dad. I remember the cornucopia specifically, as does my dad. This is the second time we've been contacted about this album cover. Ellis and I are more than happy to answer questions you have about it. When I was a little kid, Ellis painted the Flute of the Loom cover, and I remember specifically this album being a reference to the cornucopia in the Fruit of the Loom's original logo, which is where my dad says he specifically got the inspiration for the design. When I talked to him about it, he said, why the hell else would I have used the cornucopia? The food coming out of the flute is soul food, actually a ham hock, cabbage, and black-eyed peas. I remember in my mind, Fruit of the Loom quit using a cornucopia in their logo and switched to using fruit by itself. It impressed me because the logo looked better with the cornucopia. In my memories, this was around 1978 when I was in second grade. But I just showed you that never happened. It never had it. You can go back as far as the origination of Fruit of the Loom. They never had a cornucopia. So here's the guy that made this album cover and his son both saying he did it because of that. I can't explain why these things are happening. I can't explain how they're happening. I cannot explain who's doing it. All I can tell you is this. Everything in this world is allowed by God to happen to us, for us, through us. It's all with God. That's it. So it's not like he's checked out. It's not like he doesn't know about the Mandela effect. He's allowing it to happen. For what purpose? To wake us up. Not because my underwear, it matters if it said Fruit of the Loom with a cornucopia. That doesn't matter. What matters is these changes. Things like this. Hosea 4:6. My people perish for lack of knowledge. This was huge for me. I did shows with Steve JMO, and I did one because he and I do Bible shows, and maybe one day, hopefully, God willing, we'll do them again. But this one, we came across it together. Where is it? Just hang on, everyone. You gotta sneeze. Not in the Bible. I need some turmeric. Excuse me. Okay. Where is this? Hosea's towards this area. Here we go. Okay. We'll switch back to the other camera here. Let's see. La-di-da, la-di-dee. There it is. Okay. Okay. So, hopefully we can see this. Here we got Hosea, right? And then we're going to go to Hosea 4. And then we're going to read Hosea 4:6. And it says, can you see that? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Now, this Bible's from the 1800s. So the fact that, now, you can say, well, there's different translations depending on the Bible. So I didn't start reading the Bible until, was it 2017, I believe? And so I know these passages. I've read the Bible all the way through 3 times, and I continue to read it daily. Different passages. I reread entire sections. I find it entertaining and fascinating, and it's amazing. It is a living word. So for me to see that this thing changed, because I remember it as my people perish for lack of knowledge. And now it says my people are destroyed. Interesting. It's got a cross right there too. Isn't that interesting? Is a weird one. Okay. But we can keep going from there. That's just one. Because this gets even deeper, because this Bible has proof of the change. And I'll show you that in a second here. So let's go back up to this. So yeah, that never existed. It's destroyed. And I'm only talking KJV. I don't read the other books. I guess I'm a KJV snob because that's how I started, and I just stick with it. I think for the ones that we have, it's the closest original translation, I believe. So that's why I only read the KJV. So it doesn't mean that it might not be, it might be in some other translations, but I'm just discussing the KJV because that's the book I know. So yeah, here's another one. This guy actually wrote a book called My People Perish for Lack of Knowledge. Why would he do that? Why would his publisher and everyone around him not tell him, hey, wait, that's not it. That's not what it says. Here's another one. This is a Bible, Spirit of God Ministries, whatever, with a KJV. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Let's see. We got that one. And they even tell you, Hosea 4:6 doesn't say that. What does it mean? Raisedtowalk.org. So they're all wrong. Now we go to this one. This one's huge. Lion and the Lamb. It's never said the lion lays with the lamb. It's always said the wolf dwells with the lamb. And I looked up Lion and Lamb store, and you get a ton of them, and they're all Christian based, right? Let's see, images. But it's never said lion and lamb. It says wolf dwells with the lamb. So I put in wolf and lamb, and you get one clothing store and a candle store and a steakhouse. And the pictures you get are frightening because it's always a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's not the passage the way I remember it at all. I remember the lion laying with the lamb. Where's my guy here? I had a whole Mandela series on that, Lion and the Lamb. I guess we'll play it another time. But when I get to that, let's see. That's Hosea. So we get that. We did that one. Wait, Matthew would be this way. No, that's Isaiah, right? So he'd probably be still this way. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Oh, look at that drawing. Isn't that something? That's Babylon taken by Cyrus. And do you notice it's got a, wait, are you guys seeing this? What's happening? Am I still on air? Why don't I see this moving? Is this camera not working? Let's see. Camera, go to this one. That's me. Go back to this one. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Okay. And so here we go. It's Isaiah 11:6. So here we got Isaiah 11. Here we got Isaiah 11:6. And it clearly says, the wolf shall dwell with the lamb. It doesn't, not even close to saying the lion lays with the lamb. The lamb doesn't even show up or the lion doesn't show up until here. The young lion and the fatling together. Sounds like body shaming to me. But seriously, everyone that I know, the lion shall lay with the lamb. I even have it in a video. There's a movie. I got a strike for it, but there's a movie where the guy's sitting on the porch reading out of the Bible. And the passage he's reading is the lion shall lay down with the lamb, and it never existed. So there's that. What's next? So we got the lion and the lamb. Turmeric. Okay, so this one is let's see, we got that. So make sure we got everything covered. Okay. So this one is the very beginning of the book. Entire screen. And I talked about this the other night. It's Genesis 3:15. And I remember it as he will crush your head and you shall bruise his heel. And now it's a fair fight. Not only does Jesus not crush Satan's head, it's a bruise and a bruise. And Augusta, you're not blocked. I can see you. A bruise and a bruise. And it used to be the way this shows, at least I remember, he shall crush your head. But now when you read that, and that's way at the beginning of the book. Let's see. Look, the actual Bible doesn't even start until you're like halfway through this book. Isn't that something? Here it is. Okay. So we got, what one is that? Genesis 3:15. So you got Genesis 3, and then you go down to 15. KJV from 1888. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Oh, wait, did I read the wrong one? Oh, here it is. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. So we're supposed to now understand that the Bible's always said for Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the word it. I'm not going to accept that. Not in my reality. No, thank you. You want to talk about the hill to die on? Right there. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. You're not going to have me calling the Savior of us an it. And he doesn't have a fair fight with Satan. He won. He's overcome everything, and he crushed his head. Yes, the Bible is preserved in heaven, not here, but it's in our hearts. That's the amazing thing. They made a movie about it called The Book of Eli, where he like memorized the book and stuff. And that's what's happening. At least the people that read it all the time, is that we're seeing these changes. And so I remember the way it's supposed to be, and I'll still read it that way when I read these passages and say it in my heart. But it's in our hearts. That's where it ends up being. And so I might not know all the numbers of the exact passage, but I'll tell you, I know the words to a level that I know this is wrong. But that's not even the gotcha moment. What else we got in here? Well, this one was interesting. This one is in Isaiah 27:12. Where is it? You all remember this passage? It shall come to pass in that day, and God forgive me, that the Lord shall beat off from the channel of the river unto the stream of Egypt. Really? It doesn't sound right to me. And the thing is since I have, still the humor of a 13-year-old, most likely, when I read this, and it was probably my second or third time going through the Bible where this, I don't know how they change. Excuse me. I don't know how they change or when they change. But one time it was it wasn't there. And the next time it was there. And when I saw it, I immediately said, Jeannie, look at this. This is weird. It sounds weird to me. And I didn't like the way it sounded. So, okay. What's next? And Connor, you're saying, what if the Bible was, yeah, right. Forgive us for laughing. You're right. But what if the Bible was already changed and God's resetting it? I don't know. The changes are making it worse. The lion laying with the lamb, it's a moment of peace. The wolf dwelling with the lamb is a warning. It's not necessarily making it better. And this passage definitely not. So, and then what else do I have in here? What's this one? No, these are just the commandments. We'll go over that maybe later. And this is the other thing that happened. And it's happening all over in statues and in paintings. Moses is getting horns now. So you can look into that. You can find tons of paintings and things with Moses having horns. So, okay. And then for me, on the ark, there was no unicorn. Because I still have the, hang on. Clickety click. Let's fix that. Do. There. I remember rhinoceros, but now there's a ton of instances of unicorn in the Bible, and I don't remember them being in the Bible at all. So, and this is really cool because they've got the animals. These are the wild animals of Scripture. These are the domesticated animals of Scripture. And now there's a passage that it used to say turtle doves, and now some of them just say turtles straight up. Like, it just makes no sense. It's getting very silly on some of these passages. Why did I have this one? Well, that was just showing you the cities. Because the cities that they told us that they lived in, I mean, look at this. They just go on for miles. They were building this stuff with donkeys and pulleys and horses and stuff. They just go on forever. I could spend an entire stream on just this book. So Samson saved a lamb from a lion's mouth. Did he? I know he did a bunch of stuff. And he used to have a P in his name, which is gone for me. And then now, did you know Delilah doesn't cut his hair? She has someone else do it. So that was a new one for me. The fact that I have two animals, they were named Samson and Delilah. You think I know the story pretty good. So, all right. What's this? Well, that's the 10 Commandments. We'll look at that another time. Okay. I mean, I haven't gotten to the complete proof yet, Connor. We're almost there. But this was interesting. There's another one I discovered. This is in the Apocrypha books. I think I say it right this time. This is in First Esdras. Okay. And then you read this part here. Let's see. Is that it? Yeah. My entire life, I've only known that there was one Jesus in the Bible. Now, I understand these are the extra books that were taken out. But in 1888, it was still in this book as part of the canon. And if you can read that first passage up there, the temple of God of Jerusalem began the Zorobabel, the son of Sathiel, and Jesus, the son of Josedek, and their brethren and priests and Levites. That's not the Jesus from the regular story. That's another one. I didn't know there was this. I mean, obviously, not everyone reads the Apocrypha books. I didn't know there was another Jesus. So that's interesting to me. So there's a second Jesus in the Bible, and that's in First Ezra chapter 6, verse whatever that says, 56. Okay. All right, Connor, here's the smoking gun. Are you ready? Okay. And I'm not beating you up. I'm just going over because I want to help show these things to people that are still questioning it. So I've shown you this book now. This is why it's, I think, so important to see this live. So this is someone's drawing. It says here, what does that say? It's easier to see it on the camera on the screen. Copyright 1880 by Jones Brothers and Company. Okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth. We don't live in it, we live on it. To me, I remember that as on, but put a pin in that, we'll come back to it. As in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us what? Our trespasses, as we forgive them that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Okay, so first off, it has this incorrect, but it has this the way I remember it, with trespasses. It's really the main reason I even knew the word trespasses was from this, hearing it growing up. Even as a Jewish kid, everybody heard this prayer. So now you go to this page. Here's another artist. Does it say who this one is? All right, focus page. Come on. There we go. Oh, I guess maybe it doesn't have their name. But let's go through this one. Same book as the last one. Same book. And it's got the Lord's Prayer in here. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it. Where is it? Okay, right there. Thy will be done on earth. So this one has it the way I remember it. Now, the last guy's had it different, right? So that one's correct in my memory, on earth. And then you get into the real cool stuff over here. And this one, let's see. Focus. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Okay? So now this one has them both the way that I remember reading the Bible. And the other one had most of it. Now, do you see what page this is? And remember all the people I told you that worked to put this book together and all the time that take to put the drawing in and stuff, and no one checked this. You go to the page right before this, and you have the actual passage. See, St. Matthew, chapter 6. And you've got, but when ye pray, use not vain repetition. Here we go. Let's see. Right here. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth. It's got it wrong. This page has it correct. This page, the actual scripture is wrong, according to this guy. Or you say the scriptures always said this, and that guy made the huge mistake and nobody caught it. But that's not even the biggest mistake. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts and debtors. Is that focused? There we go. Now here's an interesting thing too. That's passage number, or verse number 12, right? If you go down to 14, he then talks about trespasses. If you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not their trespasses, your heavenly Father will not forgive your trespasses. Why does he say trespasses here, but not in the line we all remember? And if he was always talking about debts, why didn't he say debts down here? So here you go, Connor. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not just, you brought it up, so I thought I'd show you. So you've got the scripture that's always said debts and on and in earth. On the very next page, you have a guy that did it completely wrong with trespasses. And on this other page over here, I showed you, he had it wrong too with trespasses. So how did those get into the same Bible that's looked over by all those scholars I showed you in the very beginning of this book, and no one caught those mistakes? And if that's not enough, the passage that I know of, that everybody seems to know, everyone knows it, judge not lest ye be judged, which makes sense. Don't judge or you're going to be judged. Look at this. It's on the same page as this. It's never said that. It now says, judge not that ye be not judged. See that? Why? What does that even mean? Double negatives. So that's my smoking gun. I've got a Bible from the 1800s that has the Lord's Prayer 3 different ways and with no explanation. So we have to believe, oh, geez, I got to get my visual effects on. Let's go back into space there. Or we could do Pluto. That's always funny. If you look at Pluto, Pluto was actually found the same year that the dog came out in Disney. And when you look at the original photo of Pluto, of course, they've changed it now with the Hubble telescope. It actually has Pluto's face on it because they troll us. They completely troll us. Like nobody would put together a station that looked like that. Are you kidding me? There's no electrician that would sign off on that. And they drink water and stuff there all the time. Come on. And this? You think that's going to go through the vacuums of space? Oh, here's another one for you. People that are questioning Mandela. Did you know that the Easter Island or wherever these guys are, do you know they have red hats now? Let's see. Can I make this larger? That's what she said. There. They have hats. And they've always had hats. Not all of them, but some of them. And you can go back in history and find paintings with them with hats on. It's fascinating, the world we live in. It really is. So, all right. I think we're good on all that. Oh, look at me. I'm in Antarctica. All right. It's enough of that. Let's see. Here we go. And we want to put it in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. I do. Okay. So there you go. And so that's why I believe the word of God's not changing, but this physical book is. And it's not a new interpretation. This book was written in 1880. 1888, I think, was when its published date is. And the fact that there's 3 different versions of the Lord's Prayer in there is, to me, that's, I didn't need that, but that's plenty for me to realize that something's changed in that book because there's 3 different versions. So, okay. And you were always in a corner. So, yeah. Yeah, they got rid of Pluto. I guess too many people were realizing it. I was like, of course you would know. You have the PhD in cartoons. That's Pluto is a cartoon, so they got rid of it. So all right. So I think that's it. Yes, Juan, John. Yes, John. He does things perfectly. Yeah. So. And I don't know. I can't explain to you how it's happening or why. I can't explain to you why certain things change and certain things don't. It seems like the original scriptural change, but then like alternate drawings or someone else's interpretation doesn't. It's that way with multiple things when it comes to the Mandela effect. And the Mandela effect, again, to me, all of it is just to show you the times that we're in. Because when you start seeing the book change, that should be a wake-up call. But you know what, Connor? If you think talking about the Mandela effect gets you in trouble, telling people that their Bible is changing, I've been called a heretic, and by people that actually don't read the Bible. It's kind of funny. But they were saying I'm trying to convince people not to read it. It's the opposite. I truly believe if you haven't started reading it, you should read it. And read it now before it gets like really crazy illegible. There's a passage that says you'll go and look for the word of God and not find it. And, some people say that, people aren't talking about God. No, I think it's because these books are changing. And maybe there's a day it'll be so ridiculous you can't read them anymore. I don't know. I'm just learning like everyone else. But I'm going to announce when I see things like this. I'm not going to stay silent. I'm going to be the alert, the watcher on the wall, to let people know things are happening, things that you can't explain, things that I can't explain, because that's part of this whole process. Fake space, and dinosaurs, and all this, and climate, and all the things that they're pushing at us. It's all to hide the existence of God and making us discuss or argue or fight over, was Fruit Loops with a U or with 2 O's. I mean, all of that is, it's just more ways of having us be off topic, like a red herring, whatever. It's because at the end of the day, none of it matters. None of the changes to the Mandela effect affect our lives. Whether or not Curious George had a tail doesn't affect anyone. But what it does is it makes you question things. And not that you're losing your mind. I mean, sometimes, but it's that things are changing in a way that we weren't told is possible. And so you're like, well, how can things change on a molecular level like that? Well, in the Bible, they were called miracles, right? Jesus could change water into wine. Moses could take his staff, or actually Aaron does it now. It wasn't Moses, it was Aaron. Throws his staff down and it turns into a serpent or snake. But then what happens after that? They're magicians of Pharaoh. They do the same thing and they turn into snakes. Did God do that for them? I mean, he had to allow it, but there is something to this other side, dark magic. There's something there. God warns us about it. He doesn't say it's BS. He says, watch out for it. Excuse me. Like tarot and all that stuff. It's no bueno. So if you are a Bible believer and you read about the miracles that happened throughout the Bible, throughout the Old Testament, you got Moses splitting the sea. You got, I mean, there's so many. There's so many miracles that happen in the Old Testament. And then in addition to that, you've got the miracles that happen in the New Testament with Jesus. It would have to be a complete, what would be the word for this? Like disillusion, delusion maybe. Nonsense to think that all the miracles stopped after Jesus. Like God's not doing any more miracles. Because why? Because we're the most advanced technologically society there ever has been, which is, we know is BS, because they built buildings way better than we're doing now. So why would all of a sudden all the miracles stop? Now God says there won't be a sign, but that doesn't mean that there's no miracles. I mean, I've seen them. I know other people have seen them. They're around you all the time. Those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, they're there. Miracles are happening all the time. It doesn't have to be like you're splitting the sea. It could be something very small that you didn't, that you can't explain. I've talked about some of the things that we've experienced and seen, but everyone's journey is different and you all have to experience your own, but you have to be ready and willing to see them because they'll happen around you. You don't even realize it. So to think that things could change molecularly throughout the whole Bible and then stop, it can't happen anymore. Of course it can. And it's not always God changing things. Like Satan has done things throughout the Bible. God's allowed it, but he's done it. So to think that he can't mess with this book to confuse people and to make people argue over it, of course he can. God has to allow it. He can't do it without God's permission. He's like a chained up dog. He can only do what his master says he can. Why does God allow these things? Why do bad things happen to good people? Well, there's a whole hour you got to do on that. It's a test of faith. Just because you have found God and you've made that relationship, that connection, doesn't mean it's an easy ride from here on out. It's actually potentially more difficult. But the thing is once you have made that connection and you have God in your heart, no matter how difficult it gets, you still have that joy. You still have that love feeling. It's hard to explain. If people have gone through it, they know what I'm talking about. And I'm not more special if you don't understand what I'm saying. You just haven't taken the time to make this connection. Something's stopping you. Either that YouTube guy or that book you read or whatever, but it's all back to Satan. It's trying to keep you from making your connection to God. And that's all it is. Because once you make it, two things happen. You lose all fear, except the fear of God. He tells you that, right? Because that's where the truth, or what do you call it, wisdom is. And in addition to that, the only way you can get a deeper walk in faith is you have to test it. I've said this so many times. You can't buy a gym membership and expect to just get in shape. You have to actually go and put in the work, and it has to hurt for the muscles then to fix themselves and get stronger. A faith muscle, it's the same thing. How are you going to get more faith if God doesn't allow tests for you? Read the book of Job. I've said it 1,000 times. And so even the church that I went to, because, we try to get into churches, it's just none of them Obviously, I can't talk about any of this stuff with him. But one of the things I brought up at the church, because they allow us to like go up and stand up and talk and read, do a little mini sermon thing, certain once a month. And one of the things that I mentioned was that I wanted this deeper walk with God. I wanted a deeper faith, and I wanted more patience. That's something that I wanted God to give me. And of course, I heard from like all these church members saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." I'm like, "What do you mean you shouldn't have done that?" "Well, you asked God for patience and faith, and now you're going to get it." But isn't that why we're here? Like, don't you want that deeper walk with God? But you're not going to do it because you're afraid of what may come to you? That's not the way we're supposed to think. At least for me, that's not the way I'm supposed to think. Do I enjoy the stuff that's come to me? No, of course not. But I'm not losing my mind over it like I would have before, because I have this connection now. And so he gives me peace, even when there's stuff in my life I don't talk about on the air, but I'm going through, there's traumas happening in my life, just like everyone else. But I get through them because I know God will fix it eventually. I don't understand his timeline. None of us do. It's different than ours. Sometimes you ask for something and you get it immediately. Those are amazing. That takes my breath away, because that means God's looking at me going, "What do you want, Richard?" Right? He doesn't call me ceiling fan. And I know he's with me all the time, but at that moment I can pinpoint and say, wow, he was hearing what I said right there. It's pretty amazing. And there's other times I continue to pray for the same thing and I don't see any progress. Do I walk away and say, the heck with this? He's not even listening or helping me? No. I say, okay, either I'm not ready or that other person or whatever is happening, we're not ready. It'll happen on God's timeline. And so I'll work with that information, because anything that he sends my way, I know he's either going to help me through it, give me the wisdom to get through it, walk me through it, or do it for me. Because that's the way this works. He allows things to happen and he sees how we handle it. And the best way to handle some of these things, not just faith, there's works too, but you need to have the faith that God's there with you and he's going to fix it eventually. It might be, there's a time when I prayed and I don't hear God like people say, Jesus talked to me. No, there's been a couple of times when I know I've heard something and it's not like some voice, just the question that I had the answer in my head like someone said it, but I didn't hear anything. And I wanted to be healed on something. And I was told I'm already healed. I just don't know it. And I feel that's a huge part of this puzzle, is because when was it Peter was walking on the water and then he looked down and he started to sink. And then Jesus, had him come back and got him on the boat. And you have little faith. He tells us that, well, here, I have one of these last tabs up here. He doesn't tell us to make a religion about the things that he's taught people. He says, become like him. He says, when we get the faith, to me, it's like the faith of Abraham. We can move mountains. I'm not at that stage, even close to it, but he promises that we can do that. And so the only thing trapping us from doing things is our own mind. And so the more we work on that, but we have to do it with God, because it doesn't work on your own. You have to do it through him. And then things start happening, amazing things. Because they want you to believe this. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And I've said multiple times, and I'll say it again tonight, that's not it. The biggest trick the devil ever did was to make the entire populace believe God doesn't exist. Because everyone agrees that the devil exists. We all agree evil's in the world. In fact, more than ever, that's why I believe we're in the little season. You know, you got shows about Lucifer and all this, and Supernatural. The heroes were a witch and Aleister Crowley and Satan and his son, and like it's all out there right now. So Satan has no problem me believing in him. The whole world believes in him. It's, do you believe in God? It's like saying I believe in the negative part of the battery, but not the positive. It doesn't work that way. So if we can all agree that evil's in the world, then you have to understand that God is too. And so everything that I went through tonight with the Mandela effect and with the space and with the dinosaurs and all of that, all of it is to keep you from understanding the truth, the way, the truth, and the life through Jesus Christ. He's the way out, and he is your savior, and he's there waiting for you. All you have to do is ask. So, okay. Well, put a pin in me. I'm done. That was quite a bit. We got a new video. I went through my old Bible. I think I gave a decent amount of entertainment for, oh shit, it's been 3 hours. Yeah, I'm definitely done. I'm going to go and make myself a tea with turmeric with the extra R. And let's do this again. God willing, let's do this again next Friday. Oh, and we got to end with a prayer, please. And dear Lord, please continue to watch over us and guide us through these times. Help us on these journeys that we find ourselves through. Go and open our eyes and ears and open our hearts to the understanding, to the joy, to the love that we feel coming from you. And I pray tonight that anybody that's listening to this now or later, the sound of my voice, that they take that one quick moment to ask for that relationship, and that you allow them for their eyes to be opened. Because, dear Lord, it's such a blessing, and I want to make sure that everyone receives it. It's an amazing, amazing thing. And the entire world is trying to keep us from believing in you and believing in the power of prayer. And we just want everyone to find the truth that we found. And I thank you for all of my blessings, and continue to guide us through these times. Help us and heal us with love and joy in our hearts as we wait for the others to show up so we can all come home together in your loving arms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay. Wow. So I think that's it. So God willing, let's do this again next Friday. And what do we have left? We've got this, he says, with a knife in his leg.
Class is dismissed.
Okay. And thank you to everybody that donated tonight. And some people donate after the show, and some people buy soap. And to anybody that just hung out, didn't even chat, I'm really thrilled that you're here. And if you ever feel like sending me a private email sometime, say hi. I love to read those too. But I thank everyone for being here. Please, if you enjoyed the show, hit the like button, share, subscribe. I'll make that little video of the churches on my channel in a little bit after the show's over. And that's it. Okay. I love you all very much. And let's do this again next Friday. Same bad time, same bad channel. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.